Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to revise our chapter 7, that is adaptation in plants. Let's see first of all what is the meaning of adaptation in the plant. Adaptation means that any organisms adapt the special features to survive in their surrounding. Okay, the adaptation can occur in the animal also and the plant also, because both are living being, and each and every living being adapt to some special feature to survive in their surrounding. But in this chapter we are only going to discuss the adaptations in plant. Okay, so what are the adaptation in the plant? It is the developed special features, okay, in the plant, so that they can live in the different atmosphere and different harsh atmosphere. They can live in the desert also, they can live in the very cold climate also, they can live underwater also. Okay, so they develop special features to survive in their surrounding. Okay, let's start the different kind of terrestrial plant. Okay, there mostly the plant has been divided under two categories. First is terrestrial plants and second is aquatic plant. If we will see carefully, then the terrestrial plants are also categorized under the different heading, like plant in plains, plant in hilly areas, plant in swampy areas, plants in desert, and plants in marshy areas. And aquatic plant, the plant that grow in the water, and on the basis of the growing under or above the water, they are also categorized into three categories. First is floating plant, second is fixed plant, and third is underwater plant. So let's know one by one about each and every type of plant. First we are going to discuss the adaptation in the plant which grow in the desert. You all are knowing that desert is an area which is very hot, and there very few amount of water is found. Okay, so whatever plant is growing in that type of area, their root, first of all, their root are very long and widespread, so that they can go deep into the ground and they can absorb the water. Okay, second thing, they are having spines at the place of leaf. Why? Because due to spine, their surface area are reduced and they are capable to store the water. The water will not escape, okay, if they will have the spine. Okay, with the help of the leaf, they escape the water. That's why the leaf has been converted into spine, so that they can store the water. Third adaptation about the stem. Their stem is very thick and fleshy, and they store the water, so that in the critical situation they can use that water and they can survive. And whole of their body is having the waxy coating. Why waxy coating? Because due to waxy coating, the water is not able to escape from their body, and with these adaptation they can survive in the hot desert. Next is plant that grow in a plain area. The plant that grow in a plain area like neem, mango, peepal, shal, these type of plant or the tree are having many branches, and those branches are having very large amount of leaf. Why? Because more leaf will be there, then they can survive in the summer. How? By the evaporating of the excess water. Whatever water is present in them, they can evaporate, and by that process they can keep their body cool, and they can easily survive in the different season. They face the summer season, winter season, autumn season, and spring season. So they have to adapt themselves according to these categorized season. Next, they shed their leaf in the autumn season. Why? Because they cannot release the waste material like us. Okay, we used to release some of the solid waste material, okay, from our body, but plant cannot do that. They are having only the small pores only, and with the help of that they can do the gaseous exchange. But to remove the waste, they have to shed their leaf once in a year, and this happen in the autumn season, and by these processes they survive under the critical situation. Okay, and the example of these type of tree, one more time: gulmohar, peepal, neem, shal, mango, banyan tree, and etc. Next is the plant that grow in the swampy area. The swampy area or the marshy area are the area which is having clay and sticky soil, and they are having all the time water logging. So due to that, the underground root are not able to breathe. They are not able to take the oxygen from the environment. That's why some of the root has to grow above the soil, so that they can easily do the exchange of the gases. Okay, and these roots are called the breathing roots or the aerial roots, and the plant that grow in these type of area are called mangrove trees. So mangrove trees grow in a swampy or marshy areas. Next is the plant which is growing on the mountain region. If you will observe the shape of the plant which used to grow in a hilly area, they are having conical shape. Okay, they are having conical shape. Why? Because whatever snow will fall, okay, on the body of the plant, they can slide it down. Okay, and in this way they can protect themselves from the cold snow. Second, they are having waxy coating, so that whatever water is stored in their body, they cannot escape. They are having needle like leaf, okay, so that they cannot evaporate or they cannot lose the water which has been stored in their body. Okay, see, these plants are usually tall, straight, and have a cone shape, so that they can protect themselves from the snow. Second, they are having the thick bark. Why they are having thick bark? To protect themselves from the cold environment. Okay, next is the example of these type of plants are pine, deodar, fir. Okay, these are the plants which used to grow in the hilly areas. Next is aquatic plant. Aquatic plant, in the beginning only I told you, they have been categorized into the three categories. Okay, first is free floating plant, second is fixed plant, and third is underwater plant. Free floating plants are the plant which used to float on the surface of the water, like duckweed and water hacking. Okay, they are having the stomata on the upper surface. If we will talk about the fixed aquatic plant, they are having the long stem. First of all, see this picture. This is the lotus plant. This is the fixed plant. Why these are called fixed plant? Because their roots are fixed. Okay, and that's why they cannot move from one place to another place. But if we will talk about the free floating plant like water hacking, they are not having the developed root and developed stem, and they are free to float on the water, whereas fixed plant is having the root, so that they are attached to the ground of the water. That's why they are called the fixed plant. Okay, and they are have root and the hollow stem, so that they can flow in the water easily at their places. An example of these type of plants are lotus plant and the water lily. Okay, these are the example of fixed plant. Next is underwater plant. The underwater plant are fully immersed into the water. Okay, and all the time they have to be in the water, so there is no need of stomata. That's why these type of plants do not have stomata. They breathe with the help of their whole body surface. Okay, next, their leaves are very narrow. Why their leaves are very narrow? So that the hindrance which is created by the water wave, okay, they cannot destroy the plants. That's why they are having the narrow leaves, so that the water current will pass and the plant will keep itself protected. Okay, next, if we will talk about the example of the underwater plant is tape grass, hydrilla, and this is the pondweed. Okay, one more thing I want to explain about these type of plant. These type of plants take the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen into the water. Okay, they increase the level of the oxygen in the water, and that is very helpful for the aquatic animal, because they have to take the oxygen what is dissolved into the water only, and these type of plant increases the level of the oxygen in water. That's why we can say these type of plant purify the water. Okay. Next is adaptation for protection. Some of the plant adapt themselves so that they can protect themselves from the enemies. Like they adapt the spine. What will happen if the spine will be there? The grazing animal will not eat those plants. Okay, so they are having spine as the adaptation for protection. Cactus, baboon, aloe vera, these type of plant have the spines so that the animal cannot eat them. Next, some of the plant is having poison in them. Okay, if the plant will have poison, naturally the animal will not eat those type of plant. Okay, so poison ivy is very common example of that type of plant. Next, I want to discuss some more important poisonous plant, which are water hemlock, white snake root, rosary pea, oleander, tobacco. These are also the poisonous plant, and this is very, very important. Okay, one question can be asked from this topic. Okay. Next is insectivorous plant, or the carnivorous plant. These are called carnivorous plant also and insectivorous plant also. These plant eat insect. Okay, why? To obtain the nitrogen, because the area in which they used to grow, they are lacking the nitrogen. So they get other mineral from the soil, but they don't get the nitrogen. That's why they eat the insect so that they can maintain the balance of nitrogen in their body. The example of insectivorous plants are Venus flytrap and the pitcher plant. As you can see, this green one is the pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, and this is the pitcher plant. Okay, so Venus flytrap is having the leaf like a structure, and in between the insect trap, and after that they are digested by the Venus flytrap. And the pitcher plant is also secreting the nectar, and when the insect go inside to suck the nectar, okay, the flap cover it and the insect die inside only and get digested by this plant. This is the pitcher plant. One more picture I am sharing, and some example. This is the sundew. Okay, let me write the name. This is the sundew, sundew. Okay, this is the sundew plant. This is also the insectivorous plant. Next is the plants of grass family. This type of plant is used by the human being very widely. We depend for most of the things on the grass family only. We eat cereals. Cereals belong to the grass family. Bamboo tree belongs to the grass family. Papyrus plant belongs to the grass family. So most of the thing which we use in our daily life, that belong to the grass family. Okay, so these are very, very important. All the grass are having the different uses in our life. Okay, like bamboo plant used to make the tent or the other building material. Okay, next, some of the grass is used as a fodder for the animals. Okay, next, dry grass is used as a packing material. Okay, and most important, soil the conservation of soil. Okay, the soil is conserved by the root of the grass family. The grass family is having the fibrous root. That means this type of root is spread root, and they hold the soil very tightly and stop the soil erosion. They help in the soil conservation. So these are very, very important. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful. Please revise your chapter very nicely. Thank you.